But I can't figure out a way to save. Oh my goodness, woe is me. I don't know what to do. You know what? This is a common lament. And lots of times it could be totally avoided. Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Jan. Welcome to another episode of a No Frills video. This happens to be No Frills Tuesday. Okay, I want to talk about one action that saved me over 150 bucks last month. I take it for granted because I am a frugal person and I kind of do things just out of natural habit. Well, natural habit that I've developed in the last 50 years, 50. Wasn't always frugal in my youth, but I managed to turn that around on purpose. Okay. How you doing today? Listen, I want to talk to you today about a very simplistic way to save money. And because I'm always pretty much frugal, I don't realize how much I'm actually saving day in and day out. This is why I'm pointing this out to you. I did the math. A typical lunch out today, and this is just as if you went to, let's say, like a local deli, minimum, we're talking at least $7, minimum. And of course, the fast foods and all that, we're talking at the very least, just for yourself, minimum $7. Do the math. Do the math. So if you're saving, let's say we'll talk about work week, okay? I happen to work from home, which also saves me money because I'm not spending money on transportation. Not everybody can do that. Not everybody can do that. I understand that. But if and whenever possible, find ways, find ways. It's sort of like imagining a sofa with hidden coins in it. You know how like coins get stuck in the cushion somehow? Well, back in the day when people had more coins, right? People would look underneath their chair cushions, sofa cushions. Well, use an imaginary sofa in your mind's eye and try to find the hidden things where you can find savings. Okay, there are sneaky ways. We all know the coffee story. I tell it too many times. I'm not going to tell it again. But let's apply the coffee story to the lunch story. Honestly, for the life of me, just cannot understand why people spend a lot of money, especially when they're working. When they're working outside of their home, they have the cost of transportation. They have the extra cost of office attire, if that's something that is, of a concern in your field of work. Okay. All of these things literally add up. Wouldn't you like to be able to bank or to use for other purposes that mean more to you? For example, I mean, what does it take? Like a minute or two to slap a sandwich together or carry a container of yogurt of choice, or even if you just want to pack some fruit, it still comes out way cheaper, way, way, way cheaper to pack a lunch. Packing a lunch to me is a very overlooked and underutilized tool. I see and hear about a lot of people that spend tons and tons of money on lunch when they go to work. Can you imagine doing all that math? Include your transportation, include the cost of other expenses, but then the unnecessary one, not to say don't eat lunch, bring your lunch. If you don't want to have it at the office, that's a great excuse to walk outside and get away from that outside office. Just maybe enjoy a sandwich. Let's say sitting at a local playground or just outside in a local courtyard near your office. That is still so much better. Okay, when the weather gets cold, just pack a thermos with you. Maybe bring some homemade wonderful hot soup and be the envy of the office. Sometimes that happens too, but more often than not. All I know is this: if you do the math, if you've not done this before, and this is the truth. If you're looking for ways to save and you can't figure it out, it may just be right under your nose, just a little bit of an activity. Prepare some hard boiled eggs in the beginning of the week. It doesn't have to be saving money on outside lunch, saving money on outside breakfast. There are folks that go out, go to work, pay for breakfast out, pay for lunch out. I ask myself, you must have a really, really amazingly paying job to be able, to afford all of that. But some of it, if you are the person that says, I can't figure out ways to save these days with the cost of things, maybe if we just make just a couple of habits go away, replace them with different habits. We don't break habits, we replace habits. So replace the spending too much money on outside lunches or breakfast and bring stuff from home to work is a better habit. Like I said, as an example, because I do work from home, but I make my lunch at home. But I did the math and it was like almost close, literally, to about $175 that I did whatever I wanted to do. But my favorite thing to do, of course, is save.